Hi guys, and welcome to just sitting and chatting with you guys. So one of the things that I've been liking doing is just kind of sitting down and talking to you guys. And especially now, September's here, the end of the year is starting to come to a close, and a lot of the world is still in shambles. So C-19, COVID, whatever you want to call it, has really put a lot of stress and pressure in a lot of places. And, one of the things that I've always been an advocate for is mental health. And I believe that having proper mental health or good mental health practices is absolutely necessary no matter what you do. And one of the biggest things that I wanted to kind of touch base with you guys on is we're getting ever closer to the holidays, and that I'm looping Halloween into the holidays as well because a lot of people usually would start planning some trip or planning some sort of get together or doing something special for the holidays. And I wanted to talk about this now because I've thought about it. And I wanted to talk about it now because we don't know what the next 3 to 5 months holds for us. Um, we don't even know what tomorrow holds for us, and so you know, check on your family and check on your friends because I know of people myself who are super like into the holidays like Halloween, Easter, Thanksgiving, Christmas, all that stuff. They're super into it. They look forward to every single holiday. They love getting together with their family, doing this, doing that, going out, whatever. And that's not going to really be possible this year. And one of the big things that I was thinking about is a lot of people all over the world are economically impacted by the stress that the world economy has been under because of the pandemic going on. And you know, there's going to be a lot of people who they won't be able to get any presents or anything for their kids for Christmas this year. And that's an upsetting thought to think about. And if they love their kids half as much as they should, they're gonna be really, really stressed about this, and they're probably gonna have some form of depression or like negative effects from this massive amount of stress, because you know, and I'm talking more of like the age range of like 4 to 10 even, just old enough to still like, oh yeah, Santa Claus, ooh, gifts, Christmas, that excitement. The adolescent age, right before preteen, whenever they start realizing all this other stuff, there's gonna be a lot of people who, they won't be able to do anything for their kids. They won't be able to go out and get them that bike that they wanted or that game that they wanted to do or always wanted to play, whatever. They're not going to be able to do it. And so just make sure you check on friends and family, and especially people who have been negatively impacted, cuz one of the biggest reasons why I wanted to sit down and talk to you guys about it, there's a lot of issues going on in the world, and like in my personal life I've had a lot of like different very major ups and downs over the last couple of years, pretty much since starting content creation. And before I had even started content creation, I had started working on getting to a point where I was doing this one thing, and a lot of you guys know by now I am technically medically disabled. I'm still trying to figure out an official diagnosis, and the pandemic kind of put a stop to that. And so there's been different things. Some things good, some things bad. Some things were like, yeah. Some things were like, oh my god, how am I gonna live? And there's some things that I got going in the works that hopefully October. I'll probably announce it a little bit later this month. But come October, it'll be a little bit nicer, a little bit easier, and I'll be able to relax a little bit. But um, one of the crazy things that I realized, like, yesterday was an amazing day for me. And with it being a really great day, you would think that my mood has been really good. And on some points it has been, and on some points it hasn't been. But yesterday, despite a million different things going right, you know, there was one thing that impacted me, and it impacted me in a way that even though there were so many different things going right, it just wasn't right. And by the time this goes up, this was probably a couple of days ago by now, but like it and I'm not going to go into details. I talked about it a little bit on stream, and it really messed me up. And it was just one thing that happened, one little 15-minute stint that had happened, and it really ruined my whole day, and it actually put me into a bit of a anxiety filled and depressed mood. um and I'm still feeling the effects of it. But and that's just one thing, and there's a million other things to be stressing about. But at the same time, like I said, a lot of things have been going right for me the last couple weeks, and so I've noticed that even though things seem to be going right, depression and stuff like that doesn't always just go away. There's always those underlying issues, those underlying problems that are just not okay, I guess you could say. And with things going right on the front that I've been working on for 3 years, and once that takes effect, I'm might be taking a break from like streaming, like not like a week off or something like that, but I might like I might teeter my content a little bit, take an extra day off of my stream, just so that I have a day to myself, because I've been nonstop work every single day for the last 3 years, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. The only time that I haven't been a nonstop work was during an exile for 10 days in December of 2019, and that was the Kickstarter for me to switch from Mixer to Twitch at the time. And I might take an extra day off, take a day for myself. I haven't had days to myself in years, and there's like some personal aspects of my life that I want to work on. And I'm not gonna go into details about them by any means, but it's good to not only reach out to people who you care about and make sure that they're doing okay, but also good to take time for yourself. I've actually been taking days off of stream more often than I ever have in 3 years, and it's been a little weird because like the biggest worry about content creation for everybody is that if you stop making content, if you stop doing anything, if you slow down, if you have one misstep, it's all gone. It's done. There's nothing else that you can do. It's just gone. Um, Especially with streaming, like YouTube videos, it it's hit or miss. Sometimes you'll have a whole bunch of people who watch them. Sometimes you'll have very little people who watch them. But like when it comes to YouTube videos, they're there. So like say 10 of you guys watch a video as soon as it goes up. You know, yesterday's video, if I put this up on the day that I think I'm going to put this up, yesterday's video, I did a paranormal activity VR. And say, like, it hasn't gone up yet. It's actually going up in about 5 minutes from me now, so past me. But, I played that and it had 15 views right away. Watched all the way through. Great. You know, and then, that Green Hell that went up that same day, it had 6 views and only like a second of watch time. People are like, all right, Green Hell, well, whatever. Green Hell hasn't been my favorite series, so whatever. And, it's very hit or miss. But then there's some people who go back to series. Like, something that really surprised me, I was like giving a good look through my YouTube analytics the one day. Some things that were really surprising to me are like we have an advanced YouTube dashboard now, and I might do a video on the advanced YouTube dashboard, but it was talking about like playlist views and how long each playlist has had watch time for, the average watch time when people click into a playlist and stuff like that. And like when I did Doom Eternal, I had started Doom Eternal, and that it was like, okay, I was maybe getting 2 or 3 views per video. And now there's some of the videos that are upwards of like 60, 70 views, almost some of them almost breaking 100 views. And it's been a long time since I've done anything Doom Eternal. I did it whenever first released. So not like super long, but you get my point. Like, people can go back to YouTube videos that they've missed, or start at the beginning of a series and watch it all the way through. One of the things that I do when I'm having like a bad day, I will throw on like a playlist of any YouTuber that I watch, whoever I decide to at the time. Like, I have a whole bunch that I watch, but my go-to is Markiplier. Markiplier has always been an inspiration for me in regards to content creation. And I'll just throw on a playlist and I'll just let it play while I'm working, or like if I'm trying to relax and I don't really have anything that I want to watch, I'll throw on a playlist. And I know some people do that. And if you guys do that with my videos, thank you. Like, honestly, 100% honestly, thank you. Like, even if you're only half watching it and it's just on in the background, but you catch little snippets of it here and there, and it's not your main focus. Still, thank you, because that tells me that whenever you have nothing to watch, my content is good enough for you to at least put it on and watch it again. And when it comes to streams, getting back to my original point, besides VOD, the video of the day, there's no way to rewatch a stream. And streams are a lot of viewership while live versus viewership after the fact. More people are likely to show up during a live stream than they are for a VOD, if that makes sense. And so, you know, YouTube, I might slow down to 1 video a day. Maybe I'll do 2 videos a day every once in a while. I don't know. I haven't decided everything yet, but for streaming, taking days off, changing your schedule, not having like I'm live every single day, or I'm live all but one day or whatever, and that sort of thing. It's very anxiety filling, and it's something that I've been a little bugged about, because I don't know if I should slow down or if I should just push through whatever. But um, coming back full circle, I was using me as an example of like how things can be going right and they still are not okay. Um, Friends and family, holidays, it. If you made it to this part in the video, thank you. Thank you. But if you made it to this part in the video and you've had a job and you haven't really been negatively affected by the pandemic, and like your family is struggling, or your friends, and you have the ability to help them, give them a hand. especially if you know your friend or your sister, your brother, they have a 5 or 6 year old and they don't know if they're going to be able to get them anything for Christmas, and they're worried that on Christmas they're going to be really disappointed. And I hate that. I'm personally not in a place to really help very many people besides through the charity streams that I'm gonna try to start doing on a regular basis again. But if I could, I would. Um, and if you are, even if it's not much, you throw them $20. Say here, go get them each like a little stuffed animal or something from Walmart. That way they at least have something. Or that one of your friends has been struggling, they've been looking forward to a game and they can't get it, be like, "Hey, listen, here. If you can pay me back, you can pay me back. If not, no big deal." You know. And I'm not telling you to go out and blow all your money on people by any means. It's not what I'm saying, but like people who are struggling, especially now of all times with the holidays getting near and stuff like that. Um, don't be how can I word this? Don't be the person who is like, "Oh, well, I got money, but I don't feel like spending it, so I'm not gonna help this person who, can't even afford their own food, be able to get a present for their child or whatever." Like, give a hand if you can. And if you can't help someone financially, and I'm not telling you guys to help me financially. I'm telling you guys to help your friends and family. Um, if you can't give someone a hand financially, check up on them. You know, send a message. Hey, how you doing? I haven't heard from you in a while. I haven't talked to you in a while. How you doing? You doing all right? You wanna go out? Maybe take a walk around the park or something like that. Something in public, away from people, social distance, all that fun stuff. Do something like that. You never know what people might say. That honestly, in my experience, I've had more people tell me that the fact that I said, "Hey, how you doing?" I've done more for people in my real life by asking how they are and saying hi to them and acknowledging them than people who have come to me saying that they were suicidal. You could save someone's life just by saying hi. You know, some people who are really depressed and are getting it to the point of suicidal, they don't want to say anything because they feel like they're a bother, and you know that's never the case. You know, but they feel that way, and you know sometimes someone just acknowledging them, even if it's just a random stranger, like, "Hey, how you doing today?" That's sometimes enough to completely change someone's outlook. So you know that's the thoughts that I had today. Help out people in any way you can. We're all humans. We're all here. We're all struggling together. Everything is all happening to everyone. It's not just, "Oh well, oh this person and that person." We're all struggling together, and it doesn't have to be like that. So you know, thank you guys for everything, all of it. Thank you. Um, Without you guys, I don't know where I or the channel would be. So thank you. Thank you for always being here. Even if it's in the past or for certain videos or whatever. Thank you. And thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye guys!